Okay, since the last video, I've gone ahead and painted my rocket since everything else is done. I've also gone ahead and painted my blades. Now you don't have to, but what I would recommend if you don't paint it is to take at least a bright marker and mark the bottom side. Because once this rocket's up in the sky spinning around, it's going to be really hard to see. Before we put the blades onto the hub, I want to balance them. So I want them all to weigh the same, and I want them to balance in the same spot. So the first thing I'm going to do is weigh them and find the heaviest one. So this one's 1.07 grams. I think that's my heaviest one. This one's 0.98. Then this one is 0.93. So this is my heaviest one. So my next thing is I want to balance it and mark the location where it balances. So this one balances right there. And now I want them all to balance in the same spot. So I want to mark them all in the same spot. So this should be my balance point. So I'm just nesting them together and then just transferring the mark from the one to the other. Okay, so this one weighs 1.07. I'll just double check. 1.07. This one weighs approximately 0.99. Okay, so I'm going to need to add a little bit of clay, and that's what the clay is for. Okay, so it's going to take that amount of clay, just a little pinch. Okay, so again, I want to balance it, and this one balances like a little right there, so I'm going to put the clay on the underside right about there. And if this is still heavier, so I'm going to slide the clay a little bit further this way. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Now I'll do the same for the last blade. So again, this one was 0.95, and I want it to weigh 1.07. It's too heavy. That's like really close, just a smidge more. Okay, so this time, this side's heavy, so I'm going to put it on this side of the line. Now, the clay, if it doesn't want to stick to the balsa wood, what you can do is put some thin CA glue on the balsa wood first and then wipe it off. It's just that this is a little bit, it'll make the surface seal it, and so it will stick better. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Okay, so I have my 3 blades, and they all balance in the same spot. Next, we're going to put them on the hub. So we have the hub here, and we're going to take a blade. We're going to stick it through the bottom. Now, if your slots are not, if it's too tight, what I would recommend doing is taking a piece of sandpaper, folding it in half, and then running that through the slot to kind of sand it out a little bit. Just so that's just, we don't want it sloppy, we want it tight, but we do need it to go through. So I'm looking at the bottom side, making sure my slot lines up, getting it in there. I want this to be flat up against the blade arm right there. In fact, I got it on backwards. It's got to be this way. Okay, so you got to watch this so that it does go in, so you might have to slide it back just a smidge. But again, I want it flat up against the wood here. And on this side, I want this little post to stick out so I can at least get a fingernail underneath it, because that's where the rubber band, that's the little hook for the rubber band. So I'm going to do this to all three of them. Okay, and I'm just making sure that they are okay down here at the bottom. I just want to make sure that they all look like, you know, this edge is not overly rotated, like, you know, this way. I want to make sure they're nice and flat before I glue them into place. Okay, so now we're going to use thin CA. We don't want the glue to go down into this slot right here where it pivots. So we want to angle it this way so that the glue, if there's any excess, it'll go down this way and not up into that, that pivot point. So I'm just putting a little bit on each side. All right, so now I'm just going to accelerate the glue with a little bit of accelerator. I always get too much on the table. All right, so now they are on. That looks good. Just double checking there. That looks okay. All right, so now we're ready to put the rubber bands on. So the rubber bands are going to go onto that little hook right there. So hopefully you can see this. So I'm going to just stretch the rubber band, get it around the hook, and then bring it back, and then get it under there. And then on the front side, I want to get the rubber bands on top of these posts right there so that it will flip up all by itself. We don't want it to go into the crack because that will prevent it from rotating, but that looks pretty good. I'll take the next one. And when you store these, take the rubber bands off, and then the rubber bands will last a lot longer. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Let's see if it rotates. Yeah. So I just pulled it into the wind a little bit, and you can see that it just rotated it by itself. That's what we want to see. Now, since we balanced them already, when it stops rotating, it shouldn't stop on any one blade. So like right now, this blade came down, and that blade is where the clay is on this side of our line. So if I rotate it again, I don't want to see that one go down on the bottom. Okay, so this time it was that one. So that means this is balanced pretty good. So at this point, we're actually pretty close to flying it. So to fly it, you'll pull these down. And right now you see that this end goes over the blade next to it. This one goes over the blade next to it. That one goes over the blade next to it. We're going to take the shock cord, wrap it around our finger like this, and then just slide it off and then stuff it in the tube. Put that in there like that. Put this on here like that. And it should slide past those hinge or rubber band attachment points. It slides nice and easy, and then onto the nose cone shoulder. So now when you're ready to launch, you're going to take your rocket motor, you're going to slide it in there. The way we're going to keep it in is we're going to use masking tape or regular clear packing tape. Don't use cellophane tape because it's not very strong. But this will just take, you can see that the motor sticks out probably a ½ inch. And then you're just going to take tape and go one wrap around the outside, smoosh it down really good like that. And that's going to hold your motor in. And at that point, you're ready to launch. I have nothing else to say. This is a great rocket. You're going to have fun chasing it. So this is the Gyro Chaser from Apogee Components. Our web address is www.apogeerockets.com. If you like this rocket, come back to the Apogee website, leave us a review or leave us a testimonial. We'd love to have your thoughts. So may the winds be light, may the skies be blue, may all your rockets fly straight and true.